YouTube? It's your girl Shy Gemini, and I just want to come in here and talk to you guys about my experience at the On the Run tour yesterday. I went to the show yesterday, the Saturday show. There were 2 shows here in Chicago at Soldier Field Stadium where the Bears play. I must say, it was great. It's nothing I can really say. It was great. The Carters showed up, showed out, showed their ass, and left. Just leading up until yesterday evening, I was just so hyped, so excited. I was getting myself together, figuring out what I'm gonna wear, everything. Get a text from my cousin like, don't bring no purse, because they was tripping on purses yesterday. She went to the Friday show. They tripping on purses. I actually had to hide my purse in the bush. That's what she told me. And several females were actually throwing their purses away. I wouldn't have been doing that. I would have just had to pay the $10. They had a $10 locker fee for you to put your purse. I would have just had to pay the fee. It was no way in hell I was putting my purse in no bushes either. So I'm glad she called and told me the information. I made sure I was prepared. But Soldier Field, y'all tried it with this purse policy, this purse rule. It was so many women that was coming back like, I don't know what to do. I can't leave my purse. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, it should have been somewhere on the ticket where you had to have a certain size purse. Like, it's nowhere on there. It's not in the, like, when the confirmation email that you get. Nothing on there saying anything about this is our policy with purses or with bringing items in the stadium. Nothing there. So I think that's kind of unfair that you would do that to people, and then you put them in a position where they have no choice but to check their purse. So we get in the stadium, super excited. I made sure I had my few drinks before I got there because I wasn't gonna be paying them stadium prices, okay? So my friend and I, she came to my house. We fixed ourselves a little cocktail. We put some vodka in there with a little Sprite, and we got in our Uber and went on our merry way. Got down there. We had a few hot dogs at the little hot dog stand before you get in. We were in the museum campus because Soldier Field is by the museum campus. So we like those, you know, those street vending hot dog Polish places. So we got our food out there, even though it was still high as hell, but we got our food there. We went in. We saw, who was the first? Chloe and Halle. They were actually good. I knew who they were. I'm familiar with them, but I never actually took the time to listen to their music. And I must say, they are good. DJ Khaled came out. I'm not a big fan of DJ Khaled. I kind of think he's annoying. And he further proved my point yesterday. He kind of had the crowd going a little bit, but you know how when you're listening to a song and the DJ is, you know, he turns it off right at the good part. He kept doing that the entire time he was on set. Like, as soon as we would get into the groove and get into a song that he would start playing, he would cut it off and then he started doing all this talking. The father of a side, I'm a father of a side. You know, he loved that baby, which is honorable, but he was killing me last night. I mean, killing me. So he did his thing, and then he scooted on out. Chance the Rapper was there the day before, but he didn't come this time, so I guess they can only pay him for one day. Another thing, Beyonce, you tried it. So they made you put your water in a cup because Queen Bee didn't want no bottles in the stadium while she was performing. So everybody had to drink their stuff out of a cup. And I was like, that is hilarious. So what the queen wants, the queen gets, okay? So we're sitting there. Finally, the show starts. You know how they have this big thing with the, like a movie before the show starts. So it's like a little movie or whatever with J and B and whatever. Then they come out, and I think they did Holy Grail first. I can't remember all the songs, like how it went in order. I just know I had a good ass time. And I must say this, I am definitely a part of the Beehive, but I will have to admit I enjoyed JayZ a little bit more than Beyonce this time. Now the formation, which of course was just her, it was awesome. Like, she killed it. But for this tour, I honestly enjoyed Jay just a little bit more. And I feel like it was more about him anyway. I don't know if it was me. Let me know if you were at the show. Did you feel that way? I felt like the show was mainly about JayZ. Like, it felt like he did more songs. It feels like he did more like costume changes, or I don't know, but it just felt like Bee was letting her husband shine, honestly. It felt like that in the crowd. Whenever he came out and did stuff, screaming and yelling. I mean, they yelled and screamed when Bee came out too, but it was different. It was like the crowd was way more hyped over JayZ versus Beyonce. So, but both of them together was excellent. They kept tag teaming us though. She would do a song, and it was cool how they smoothly transitioned from her song to his song, or vice versa. Like, it was super cool. They had part of the stage, it lifted up, and they was going through the crowd. Excellent show, y'all. I mean, JayZ and Beyonce, you don't have to be a fan. And I hate when people that aren't fans of them, like, oh, you just don't, like, you biased and they can't do no wrong. That's not true, because there's some things that I didn't like. Honestly, I didn't like the album Everything Is Us, even though they did ape shit at the end and the stadium went ape shit, okay? Everybody was going crazy. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of that project, but when it comes to the showmanship and what they go through to make sure you have a good time, you can't deny that. You can't deny them. They are the best with it. Absolutely worth the money. When I've seen Beyonce, when I've seen JayZ, and now that I've seen them together, because this is my first time actually seeing them together, I've never been disappointed. Never. They gonna make sure you have a good time. So you can't deny that they put on a damn good show. You can't. They are one of the greatest entertainers. I'm not gonna say they are the greatest, but they are definitely up there. They're in the top 10. Top 10. So I recommend that if you are in a city that they have not been to yet, try to get tickets. Now, don't be going and spending your rent money, okay? It ain't worth it, because they on the run. You don't need to be on the run from your bills. They gotta be paid, because you don't want to be evicted. But if you have it and they haven't come to your city, I definitely recommend you giving them a try and going and seeing the show. It is a great show, honestly speaking. Will I go see them again? Absolutely. And then this is another thing. Beyonce is the only person I know that can get away with having the same songs and the same routines, but she'll still kind of tweak it. Like, you know it's a routine she's done already. Like, some of the stuff she did, yes, it was from Coachella. It was from Coachella, but she still found ways to switch it up then. So she's the only person that can get away with that. It's other artists is like, okay, now you gotta switch it up. You gotta do something different. But Beyonce can get away with it. She can get away with it. And it was good. But I recommend, definitely in your life, going to see them. Just experience it for yourself. Stop listening to other people and their opinions. Just go experience it for yourself. You will not be disappointed at all. So yeah, only thing I would change is Soldier Field and their whack ass rules when it comes to the purses. That's it. And of course, how expensive everything is. They had a drink with a double shot of rum and it's like a mango flavored drink. It was like $17, like high as hell. So I know they made a fortune on these 2 days in Chicago. They definitely did. So, but that's it. If you haven't seen them in your city, go see them, please. I recommend it. Or if it's already passed in your city, just go to the next one. You won't be disappointed. All right, I feel like I'm babbling. I will talk to you guys later.